Hello everyone, I am Dr. Donald Ozello of Championship Chiropractic in Las Vegas, Nevada. I am the author of Running, Maximize Performance and Minimize Injuries. Thank you for viewing today's episode of Dr. Ozello Sports Medicine Report. Today I'm going to be covering pull-up bar hanging traction. Pull-up bar hanging traction is a procedure that you can use anytime throughout the day, but I always recommend people do it after they are done with their training, just because it helps to decompress the spine. Pull-up bar hanging traction is a procedure where you need a sturdy surface, where you need a pull-up bar. I always recommend that people do this one at the gym, or if you have a pull-up bar at home. You can see I'm outside at the park using this pull-up bar. This is a fantastic tool to use for this exercise. What you want to do is you're going to use a variety of grips of hand widths, and you're going to use a variety of hand positions if you have an apparatus that allows you to do that. As you can see, this bar does not, so I have to use a palms forward position. This is called a pronated position, and I could also use a supinated position. I cannot use a position with the palms facing each other. If you are at the gym, usually most of the pull-up bars do have that apparatus, so you can use that hand position. But you want to use a variety of hand positions. I will demonstrate in the pronated and in the supinated positions, and also you want to use a variety of hand widths. Pull-up bar hanging traction does several different things. First of all, it helps to decompress the spine. Our spine all day long, because of gravity, just gets pressed down. The vertebrae get pressed down all day long. So you want to do some traction, help to decompress the spine. It's going to help to separate the vertebrae apart from each other, and that is going to help to take the pressure off the intervertebral discs, which is the shock absorber between the vertebrae. It's also going to help to open the space between the vertebrae located on the sides where the spinal nerve root goes through after it branches off the spinal cord. This is also going to help to stretch the spinal muscles, which is extremely important, especially if you just got done training and you've worked the spine muscles, which pretty much every exercise does. And also if you sit all day long, this is a great exercise to do. Also, if you do a lot of lifting all day long, this is going to help you to stretch the back muscles. Also, this helps to stretch the shoulder muscles. Any of the muscles that attach from the arm to the trunk is going to get stretched during pull-up bar hanging traction. One of the keys to making this exercise very effective is to have your toes contacting either the floor or a bench or a chair. Just have your toes touching very, very lightly. You can use, like I said, you can use the ground or the floor. If you have a weight bench, say you're at the gym and you have a chair or a weight bench right there, just have your toes contacting that very, very lightly. The reason that this step makes this exercise so much more effective is because when we are hanging freely, the body sways, the body moves around. So our muscles have to contract to prevent that extra motion. Our muscles are going to contract to try to keep us in a steady position. So what happens if the muscles are contracting, they don't stretch as well. So if you place your toes on something, that limits the contraction of the muscles, especially the core muscles. Those core muscles are not being engaged when the toes are contacting the ground or a bench or a chair. I always like to start with the wider grip and work my way in. You can use whatever steps that you want to, but like I said, you want to use a variety of hand positions. And you also want to use a variety of body positions where you may have the body in front of the bar, you may have the feet in front of the bar, you may have your body hanging straight down, you may have your body behind the bar and your feet behind the bar. You want to experiment with these different positions and find which one works for you, and then use several of those positions. Now, like I said, one of the things that you want to do is perform the stretch after you are done training, especially if you've done any type of exercise that compresses the spine. Exercises like squats or deadlifts, overhead presses. You want to perform this procedure. It's going to help to decompress the spine. Now I'm going to start with the wide grip. I'm going to keep my toes contacted on the floor. or on the ground. And I'm just going to slowly move down into a stretch position. I am stretching right below the bar. I can feel a very good stretch in my spine and also in my serratus anterior muscles. That's where I'm tight at. Now you want to hold a mild, comfortable stretch anywhere from 5 seconds to 120 seconds. Move into the stretch slowly and hold a mild, comfortable stretch. It's not a grip test. You don't want to grip so hard that all these muscles are contracting and they cannot stretch. You want to grip just as hard enough as you need to. And then once you have performed the stretch with the arms out wide, then you move in a little bit and you continue to move in until your hands are right next to each other. And you do a variety, you do sets with your hands in a variety of positions. And then the last one is going to be with the hands together. And again, I'm hanging straight down from the bar. If I wanted to, I could move my body backwards a little bit. I could feel the stretch a little bit differently, or I can move my body forward and I can still feel the stretch a little bit differently. But I could really feel it decompressing the spine, and you want to hold a mild, comfortable stretch for 5 to 120 seconds. Once you have completed with the hands in a pronated position, you can perform this with the hands in a supinated position. On this one, I'm going to use a fairly close grip. Sometimes it's difficult for folks when they have a wider grip to use the supinated arm position. So I'm going to have my hands right next to each other for this set, and we're just going to hang down. Now I can feel a stretch in my shoulders and in my spine. You don't want to tilt your head backwards or tilt your head forwards. Just keep your head in line with the spine. Having a healthy spine is vital for all sports, all activities, everything that we do in life. You want to make sure that your spine is as healthy as possible. Do your stretching exercises, your strengthening exercises, your traction, your range of motion exercises. Pull-up bar hanging traction should be a part of your spinal training. Thank you everyone for watching today's episode of Dr. Ozello Sports Medicine Report. I am Dr. Donald Ozello of Championship Chiropractic in Las Vegas, Nevada. I am the author of Running, Maximize Performance, and Minimize Injuries. Please feel free to visit my website, championshipchiropractic.com, where you can get additional information on the book, and you can connect with me on other social media platforms. Please feel free to like this video. Also, you could subscribe to my YouTube page, Dr. Donald A. Ozello, DC. I have 2 shows that I publish weekly, 2 Minutes of Anatomy and Dr. Ozello's Sports Medicine Report. If you have suggestions, feedback, or questions, please leave them in the comments section below, and I will try to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Thank you again for viewing today's video. Always remember, train hard, train smart, utilize nutritional strategies that work for you, stay injury-free, and accomplish your goals.